Hello class, so today we're going to learn how to subtract fractions that have different denominators. To do this, we will use equivalent fractions so both fractions can have the same denominator. So this is our problem, 3/4 minus 1/2. Or you will also see it written like this. Don't get scared because you see a different equation or different looking because it's all the same. So this is our problem, 3/4 minus 1/2. So right now we cannot subtract these fractions because the denominators are different. So can anybody tell me what can we do to figure out how to start subtracting these fractions? Yes, we need the same denominator before we can subtract. I'm sorry. So, to start subtracting, first we have to find a common denominator. Now, with these two numbers, 4 and 2, we have to find a number that multiplies times a number to make both of the numbers equal the same. So, the denominators are 4 and 2. Can anybody tell me a common denominator we can use to have both of these equals the same denominator? Can anybody tell me? Okay, so I will help you out a little bit more. So, if we do our multiplications, 4 times 1 equals 4, right? And we can do 4 times 2 equals 8, just like that on the side. Okay, now let's try to do 2s. We should have started with our number that is lesser than a bigger number, which is 4. So I'm going to start with 2. So we're going to have 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. Oh, can we stop there? Will we have a common denominator if we stop there at 2 times 2? Yes, we will, because 2 times 2 equals 4, and 4 times 1 equals 4. So both of them have the same denominator, which is 4. Good job, class. Yay. So now we can use our common denominator as 4. So now that we have a common denominator, which is 4, we have to change 1/2 into 4ths. And in order to do that, I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. So if we start, I'm going to rewrite my fraction so you guys can see. 1/2. So we have 1/2 and we multiply that by 2. That would give us 2/4. So now that we have the new fraction, which is 2/4, and we have 3/4, we're going to keep the other fraction the same because we want the same denominators. Good job, yes. So now we need to rewrite the problem. 3/4 minus 2/4. Now that we have the same denominators, we can now subtract the numerators. So what is 3 minus 2? Can anybody tell me what 3 minus 2? Yes, it's 1. Good job. So we have 1 for our numerator. This is called the numerator. And can anybody tell me, what do we do with our bottom number? We subtract. No, we do not subtract the bottom. The denominator stays the same because these are the base. We just found out that we could get 4. So our denominator has to stay the same. So if we just wanted to stay the same, we would just add our 4 under the numerator, which is 1. So 3 minus 2 equals 1. And we keep the same denominators, okay? We keep the same denominators when it's adding or subtracting fractions. Okay, so now we have 1/4, which is your answer. I want everyone to put a big box over your answer so I can know what is your answer. So let's check using a model. Now, I want everybody to draw a rectangle. I will give you 5 seconds to draw your rectangles. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so everybody needs to have a rectangle just like this. Good job, good job. So now we're going to split the rectangle into 4 parts. So count with me. We will have to make 3 lines to split the rectangle into 4 parts. So count with me. 1, 2, 3. We need 3 lines to make 4 parts, 4 equal parts. So if everyone has their rectangle like this, you're doing a great job. If you have any questions on how to draw, and if you need me to help, I will definitely be around to help you guys. Please raise your hands if you need help quietly. Okay, great. Everybody has it. Good job. So now we're going to shade 3 parts to equals 3/4. This is what we want our rectangle to equal, 3/4. So we have 4, which is the denominator. We have 4 equal boxes. Now we need to shade in 3 parts of this rectangle. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yes. So once we shaded 3 parts, it should look like this. Okay, now, so we have to cross out 2 parts because our 2, so so for our other fraction, we have to cross out 2 parts because we're subtracting. So I want everybody to cross out 2 of your boxes. Now, can anybody tell me how many boxes do we have left that's not shaded or crossed out? Yes, we have 1 more box that's not shaded. So I want everybody to write a 1 under the box, under the rectangle, write a 1. Good job. So now, how many total parts do we have in all of the box? Yes, we have 4 boxes. So that is our denominator. Our denominator never changed because we cannot take away the boxes. Only thing we can do is take away or subtract from 4. So our total boxes is 4. Good job. So at the end of the day, you still get your answer, 1/4. Good job, class. So today we learned that when we subtract fractions with different denominators, we need to have 3 steps that we need to do. First, we need to find a common denominator. Then we have to make equivalent fractions. And last but not least, we have to subtract the numerators. And can anybody tell me what is the denominator and what is the numerator? Yes, good job, class. The top is the numerator and the bottom is the denominator. Good job. So our answer equals up to 1/4. I am so proud of you guys. And always remember, a common mistake students have when subtracting these denominators, we have to remember we only subtract the numerator when the denominator stays the same. It never changes. Thank you so much, class, for being great. Goodbye.